Hey everyone, in today's video we are going to learn LVM, which stands for Logical Volume Manager in Linux. LVM is one of the most important storage management features in Linux. It allows us to manage disks in a flexible way instead of using traditional partitions. Using LVM, we can increase disk size easily, reduce file system size, add a new disk without downtime, manage storage dynamically. So let's understand LVM step by step practically. So before we proceed, we need to attach a new disk to our Linux operating system so that we can perform LVM. So how do we do it? Just simply click on settings, go to storage, click on this blue icon, hard disk, create a new disk, and I'm taking a 3 GB disk this time. Finish and select your disk. Click OK and start your machine. So let's wait for this device to come online. Then we will perform rest of the LVM steps. So let me log in into the machine. So the very first thing we need to make sure that we are logged in as root. So let me switch my user, because if you want to make system changes, you need to be a root user. So now I am logged in as root user. So very first thing, we need to verify if our disk is successfully attached to our system or not. Simply type in lsblk and find your disk. So now I can see that my SDD of 3 GB disk is successfully attached to my Oracle VM box. So now what we will do, we will make this disk a LVM so that we can expand our file system accordingly. So how do we do it? Simply fdisk SDD so that it will open a format disk utility tool. Now we will type in new because we are creating a new disk. It would be a primary, default, last sector also default. Now we need to mention a type of disk we are making. So simply type in T. So from the hex code, I'm taking 8E for a LVM. But if you want to check other things as well, you can simply type in L. It will give you a list of file systems that we can make out of this disk. But for my case, I'm taking 8E for the file system. So now my file system type has been changed to Linux LVM. How do we verify? Simply type in P. It will give you an information. You can see that my new disk SDD1 is of 3 GB and type is Linux LVM. So now we will write into it. How do we verify if our disk has been created? Simply type in lsblk and it will give you an information about the disk SDD1 of 3 GB. So now our disk has been successfully created with the name SDD1 of 3 GB. So now we will make this disk work as LVM, which is Logical Volume Manager. So how do we do it? First of all, we will create a physical volume out of this SDD1. Our physical volume has been created, which is a base of any volume group and logical volume. If you miss to create a physical volume, you cannot create volume groups out of your disk. So we have successfully created a physical volume of our dev SDD1. So now it's time to create a volume group so that we can create logical volume out of volume groups, and from that logical volumes we can either expand our existing file systems or we create more file systems using that. So vgcreate, name of the VG, I'm giving it as new VG from the device SDD1. So our volume group has been created. So now we will create a logical volume out of it. So simply type in lvcreate L. I'm taking a full space of my volume group. So simply type in plus 100% free new, name of the LV. I'm taking it as new LV from new VG. So our new LV has been created with the name of new LVM. So how do we verify? If you want to verify VG, simply type in VGS. If you want to verify LV, simply type in LVS. So here you can see that our VG has been created, new VG with the size of 3 GB, and our new LV also has been created with the name of new LV with the size of 3 GB. So now our LV has been created. So we will make a new file system with the name of data3 and we will mount new LV to it, and then after we will create a new disk to our Linux operating system and expand or increase the size of our new data3 into our Linux operating system machine. So first we will make it a file system type xfs dev mapper new VG new LV. So now a file system has been created with the name of XFS. We will create a folder name data3 and now we will mount it to our data3 dev mapper new VG new LV to data3. We will make it a persistent mount. Simply copy this information and make an entry in FS tab. Paste the information here. The type is XFS defaults. So we made an entry in the file system FS tab. So one more thing, there are two types of file system we have in Linux operating system. The one is XFS, the another one is ext234. XFS can only be used if you want to grow your file system size, but ext can be used if you also want to reduce or increase the size of your file system. So XFS is the modern one and the ext is the old one. So nowadays we are using XFS because we do not want any file system to be reduced in size. So that's why XFS helps in increasing the size of the file system. So since we made an entry in the FS tab, we will now verify if our file system is mounted to our volume group and LV or not. So now you can see that our volume group with the name new VG and the LV new LV has been successfully mounted to data 3. So what is the next step? We will attach a new disk of size 1 GB again, and we will make 3 GB to 4 GB by increasing the size of the LV and volume group. So how do we do it? Simply shut down the machine, go to setting, storage, attach new disk. This time I'm taking 1 GB, finish, choose a new disk, click OK, start our machine. So now we will follow all the steps once again, which means we will format the disk, then we will create a physical volume, then we will extend the volume group and LV out of that volume. So let the device come online. So let me log in into it. So let me open the terminal and switch to root user. So now I am logged in as root. So very first thing, we will verify if our new disk has been attached to a system or not. So you can see that it is there, SDE1, and from this SDE1 we will extend the size of the new VG and new LV of 3 GB, which means a new size of new VG and new LV will become 4 GB or 3.5. So how do we do it? Simply format our new disk, which is dev sdd, and for new primary, same default value, type 8E4 LVM, type in, it become a LVM now, and the device name is dev sdd1. Let's write to it. Now a device has been successfully created on the system. Let's verify lsblk. You can see that the device is there, SDD1 with the size of 1 GB. So now our next step is to create a physical volume. How do we do it? pvcreate dev sdd1. Our physical volume has been created. You can verify that it is SDD1 of 1 GB. So next step is to extend VG. So how do we do it? We need to extend the size of this VG first. So how do we do it? VG extend new VG with whom dev sdd1. So if we verify now, you can see that a free space is available into our new VG, which is 1 GB, almost 1 GB. So next step is to increase the size of the logical volume, which is new LV, which falls under new VG. So how do we do it? LV extend minus L plus 100% free, because we are taking a full space from our VG, which is 1 GB, and we are extending LV extend. Which LV? New LV. Dev mapper new VG new LV minus R is to resize the file system. So our steps have been completed. Now we will verify if our file system data 3 is increased in size or not. So how do we verify? df-ht data 3. Here you go. You can see that it is now 4 GB, and before that it was 3 GB. So this way you can increase the size of the disk and file system with the help of logical volume manager. It's a default tool that comes in every Linux operating system distribution. Doesn't matter if you are working on Ubuntu, RHEL based systems, Debian, it works the same way. If you like this video, please share it with your friends and relatives, those who have interest in Linux operating system learnings, and subscribe to my channel for more videos like that. Thank you so much for watching. You have a wonderful day. Bye bye.